Hi, everybody. Okay, it's coming straight out of Yahoo News, ladies and gentlemen. I can't make this up if I tried. Thursday. North Korea announced the liquidation of all remaining South Korean assets on its territory. The move was a direct response to unilateral sanctions announced by South Korea on Tuesday to punish North Korea for its January nuclear test and last month's long-range rocket test. Military tensions have been on the rise since January test of the four nuclear device North Korea has detonated in defiance of the United Nations resolutions. The UN Security Council responded with tough new sanctions, which Pyongyang condemned as gangster-like provocation orchestrated by, quote-unquote, the United States. So, this is right here, folks. Hang on one sec. That's in text, folks, from Yahoo News. This is not a conspiracy theory. North Korea is fed up, and they've liquidated, or about to liquidate, last remaining South Korean assets. I believe one's held by the government. I don't know if it pertains to anything the civilian population has. But this is very worrisome. They're basically drawing a line in the sand and saying, you know what? We're done. Guess what? You've held us back enough. If you can't do your job, if you can't allow us to do what we want to do and allow us to be, X or Y, then you know what? Too bad. And down here, it says, quote-unquote, via North Korea, we will completely liquidate all assets of South Korean firms and related institutions left behind in our region. The Committee for Peaceful Reunification of Korea said in a statement carried by North Korea's official KCNA news agency. So this is actually, folks, no conspiracies here. This is going to happen, no doubt. Pyongyang is tired. I mean, folks, they've been dragging this shit out for 40, 50, 60, 70 years, depending on what point in time you want to actually say they were actually divided. Yeah, we could say militarily they were divided, what, in the 60s or 70s? But those two areas have been actually divided long before any of that stuff happened. I mean, the two areas were long divided before that, before anybody went in to actually cut them up into two different states. So, it's going to be unfortunate, folks, to see this happen, but North Korea is tired. Pyongyang does not want to deal with this shit anymore. And you know what? I think in the end, I think Seoul is going to probably not give a shit. I understand that there are rules you obey when things are good, and there are rules you don't. You can do all the laws you want. In the end, you got to stand on your own 2 feet and say, fuck you. At some point. So, North Korea liquidates last of South Korea's assets. It's done, folks. They're tired of these sanctions. They're tired of these ties. And they're tired of always doing shit that doesn't get them advanced anywhere. Now, you could say it's because of the leadership all you want. But remember, the leadership's changed 2 or 3 times, and they're still no better off than they were. Even if they got a UN, US qualified dictator to go in there, the only thing that would happen is what always happens in other countries, whereas they would jump on the next bandwagon to increase aggression, jump on the next bandwagon to decrease the last regime's power, and basically you'd have a goddamn civil war rather than a war over the border. It's happened in almost every country America's tried to to switch leaders and stuff. It's like that Call of Duty game. Or what's his face said, America's been trying to install democracies for over 100 years, and it hasn't happened one time. Tell me why. Well, this is why. Thank you.